Muchísimas gracias por estar en esta transmisión en vivo. Thank you to all of you who are here. And before we start, please like this video, give us your thumbs up. Also, maybe you're not subscribed yet to this channel, so it's time to just click and then subscribe to SpanishPod101.com. If you're already subscribed, you can also like the bell. So you know when we just upload a new video. And please let me know. Please let me know that you are here. I would like to say hi to you. I would like to say hi back. And also share this video with other learners. If you're a learner, maybe watch us together in your living room, in the classroom. I don't know. It would be awesome to know that you are sharing that. And well, very well. Vamos a empezar hoy. Today I have a nice topic. We are going to talk about school life in Spanish. I'm going to teach you some words to sound more natural. It's something you cannot find normally in books, or if you can find it, you won't find it like this. It's going to be a really nice lesson. So I hope you guys are ready, and well, let me tell you more about it. Vamos a hablar un poquito más de eso. Yay! Vamos a la lección. Okay, so many learners will talk about school when they first move, when they start classes or meet classmates. So this lesson will give you simple words, short dialogues to start talking about this in April, because this is the first day of April, and well, this is going to be awesome and very good. Ok, pues vamos a esto, but before I hope you remember we have free PDFs for you. Before we start, I want to remind you we have free PDFs for you. 25 questions, for example, one PDF. Next PDF will be romance and love. And for example, I have an example here. Dining like a champ, for example. Maybe you don't know how, like there is a waiter and comes to you and asks, it's all good? And then you say, yeah, todo bien, all good, todo bien. But what's the deal? ¿Cuál es la cosa? Okay, maybe how do you want to say, I don't have my dinner yet, I don't have my dish yet? Well, here you can see that in this PDF specifically, and if you want to know more, all you need to do is to click in the link of the description of both YouTube and Facebook, or if you want to write it, you just need to write SpanishPod101.com/learn-with-PDF, and you will be here. You will be able to get it. And if you're not a member, you just need to write your email. You will receive a confirmation email, and then you will get it. Ok, very good, muy bien. Y pues, por supuesto, quiero saludarlos a todos ustedes. Of course, I want to say hi to all of you. Así que, por ejemplo, ahí tengo a Isabel que dice, hola Isabel, a Julia. Hola estudiantes, hola Efraín. Julia, tengo una pregunta. ¿Ya estás de regreso en México? Are you back from Mexico? ¿Ya estás de regreso de México? How was it? Mati, pues muchos saludos. Muchas gracias por estar. Well, I think Isabela and they know each other. Muchas gracias. Y bueno, pues vamos a empezar con esta lección. Let's start with this lesson. And of course, if you are here on Facebook, I would like to say hi as well. I have a few people. So, hola a todos los que están allá en Facebook. If you are there, say hi. Just that. It will be a It would be awesome to say her back. Entonces, pues vamos a regresar. Let's go. Let's start. Bring your notebooks, bring your pens, your pencils. Get ready. Vamos. Ok. La primera es entrar a la escuela. To enter or to start. So some people will ask you cuando entras a la escuela. And it won't be literally to get in the school. It will be when do you start your classes? When do you start school? Cuando entras a la escuela. Okay? So probably instead of cuando empieza la escuela, they will ask you cuando entras. Cuando entras a la escuela. When do you start school? That's what you will get. That's the question you will get. Okay? For example, here I have it. ¿Cuándo entras a la escuela? When do you start school? Entro en abril. Entro en abril. Now, I want to add a note here. Not all the time entrar will be equivalent to start. Okay? Only when you start a class, when you start lessons, when you start a course, something like that. Okay? Entonces, not always entrar will be equivalent to start. It's not interchangeable unless it is a lesson, a class, school in general. Maybe work as well. Yes, you can also hear it for work. But, okay, awesome. Ahí lo tienen. Y muchísimas gracias. Now, let's continue with the next one. Vamos a continuar al siguiente. And this is matricularse. Such a big word. Matricularse. Or inscribirse, which is to enroll, to register. In Mexico at least, we use more inscribirse. Okay? Inscribirse. Now, ahora, by the way, matrícula, it's the tuition, no? The one you pay to study, no? For example, how much is your tuition? ¿Cuánto cuesta la matrícula? La matrícula. I hope I'm saying it right. If not, please help me. Por favor, ayúdenme si no lo estoy diciendo bien, pero I'm sorry, it's one of those words. Tuition, ¿no? Or tuition. No, it's tuition. Ok. Bueno, vamos a continuar y la pregunta es, ¿ya te inscribiste? Did you enroll already? Remember. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Matricularse is also to enroll, and it's a little bit more formal. Maybe that's the verb you would find in a book, and it's good. And I'm not insinuating it's bad. However, normally you will hear in the street, in regular conversations, you will hear inscribirse. For example, ¿ya te inscribiste? Did you enroll already? ¿Ya te inscribiste? Did you enroll already? So, sí, me inscribí ayer. Yes, I enrolled yesterday. It is reflexive, so, sí, me inscribí ayer. Okay? Awesome. Muy bien. Aquí tengo algunas personas. Dice Julia que ya visitó la Casa Azul, el mercado de Coyoacán, Teotihuacán, el ballet folclórico. Muy bien. Sumaya, Chapultepec. Awesome. It seems you had a great time. Muy bien. So she was visiting my city. Debbie, que está pasando un momento difícil. Lo siento mucho, Debbie. Igual, mi más sentido pésame y espero tu familia y tú tengan una pronta recuperación. Pues vamos a continuar. And also, remember that we mentioned entrar as a synonym sometimes of to start. However, we have the verb empezar. Empezar. Bear in mind that the Z won't make any difference in the sound. Okay? S and Z will be pronounced the same way. Empezar. Okay? Empezar. Okay. So to start or to begin, for example, empiezan en abril. ¿No? With the question, ¿cuándo empiezan las clases? ¿Cuándo empiezan las clases? When do classes start? ¿Cuándo empiezan las clases? Empiezan en abril. Empiezan en abril. Okay? Empiezan en abril. Well, it's a little bit backwards. The answer should be no. I think I changed it. It's my mistake. Okay, I'm sorry. I checked it out. Maybe I just got confused with the answer. Well, it should be after. That's why we don't say las clases, just empiezan. No, they start. Empiezan en abril. Okay? Yeah. Now, el primer día. El primer día. First day. El primer día. Por ejemplo, ¿qué tal estuvo tu primer día? How was your first day? And then the answer is, fue bueno y conocí amigos. It was good and I met friends. Fue bueno y conocí amigos. Fue bueno y conocí amigos. Okay, I want to add something here. How was your first day? We could translate it directly and maybe you could find something like ¿Cómo fue tu primer día? ¿Cómo fue tu primer día? That one works everywhere. However, this question sounds more relaxed and natural. ¿Qué tal estuvo tu primer día? When you want to hear the opinion about something, instead of ¿cómo to mean how, we say ¿qué tal? Huh? For opinions, bear that in mind. For opinions, okay? We could even get rid of the verb and just say ¿qué tal? Plus the noun, okay? For example, ¿qué tal el primer día? And that automatically means how was the first day? Because the other person understands that the first day was in the past. So the was is there, okay? For example, maybe a friend went to the movies, and you want to ask, how was the movie? How was the movie? There is a movie which is Hail Mary. This movie I just heard. So maybe you want to ask, how was the movie? How was Hail Mary? No? Then you would say, ¿qué tal? And then the name of the movie, Hail Mary. ¿Qué tal Hail Mary? There you go. How was the lesson? ¿Qué tal la clase? Maybe a friend of yours went to piano lessons and you want to ask, how was the piano lesson? ¿Qué tal la clase de piano? Or lección. ¿Qué tal la lección de piano? Just like that, and you sound relaxed and you will sound natural. Okay? Eso es eso. Once in a while is covering. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let me check. Maybe a little bit. I will change it right now. Mira. There you go. Ahí está. Awesome. Nueva etapa and nueva vida. Nueva vida. Okay. Nueva etapa. New stage. Another way to say station life is época, 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 ¿no? Mi época favorita, for me, was the second year. For me, the second year was the best one. Para mí, el segundo año, the second year of college, was the best one ever. Fue el mejor. So I asked for an exchange scholarship, and I went to Peru to live there for 6 months, something. It was awesome. Estuvo súper genial. I loved it. A mí me encantó. So well, if you get the chance to do an exchange thing or something, do it. Don't miss it. Even if it is not, sometimes maybe it's the studies you want, but it's not the country you want, just do it. Go! Es lo mejor. Ok, so para mí, mi etapa favorita fue en universidad. Was in university. For example, an example. ¿Cómo te sientes ante la nueva etapa? ¿Cómo te sientes ante la nueva etapa? And then the other person says, estoy emocionada y un poco nerviosa. Estoy emocionada y un poco nerviosa. A little nervous. Estoy emocionada. Check that out, and I want to point out, don't say excitada, excitado. Yes, it could work as excited, but it can also mean something else. We would rather use all the time emocionado, emocionada to mean excited, okay? Sigamos con esto, and well, I want to remind you very fast. You can get our free PDFs. Here I have this example, which is dining like a champ. Okay. Aquí tengo este ejemplo. Here I have this example of this PDF. You can get many of them, and they are for free. Just like this one. Let me show you how it looks like. Look, mira. So we have keywords, we have some phrases that will help you. We have more vocabulary to help you in this topic, and many sample phrases that you could use, okay? So why not? It is totally for free. All you need to do is write your email. You will confirm it, and you will get your lifetime account for free. And you will be able to get access to everything we have, our PDF ebook, free ebook, all of our PDFs here, tons of vocabulary, and the ebook has like 2,000 words to learn. Without translation and a sample phrase, awesome. The word of the day. So you have access to many resources, and all of them are for free. Todas ellas son gratis, okay? So, bueno, and here I have behind me all the topics, my wallet, dining like a champ, 25 questions. This is the best way to start learning and to start getting new vocabulary. So, get it now. Okay. Ok, ahí dice Isabel, YouTube acaba de darme un ad de Hail Mary. Oh, time to go watch it. Es un momento bueno para ir a ver Hail Mary, ¿no? Es un buen momento. Ok, muy bien, vamos a continuar con esta clase. Let's continue with this lesson. And again, if you are on Facebook, please let me know. I would like to say hi back. Y bueno, pues fantástico. Vamos a continuar. Let's continue. Well, vamos a seguir con esto. Okay, let's go back to the lesson. Yay! Ok, ahí está. Y la palabra siguiente es uniforme. Uniforme. Did you guys use uniform when you were at school? I used it like for 6 years. Well, no, since kindergarten, then primary school, and then 3 years more, 3 años más in middle school, ¿no? En secundaria. Ya, yo usé uniforme mucho tiempo. No me gustó mucho usar uniforme, no me gusta a mí mucho. Pero también es bueno, por otra parte, no está mal. Ok, for example, ¿tienes uniforme? Do you have uniform? Sí, llevo uniforme todos los días. Yes, I wear a uniform every day. ¿No? Yo llevo uniforme. So, we have the verb llevar, llevo, which is to carry, to bring something from one place to another place. That's to bring. For example, hey, I will bring the snacks to the party. That is llevar. Why? Because I'm taking things to another place. If the things are coming to me, that is traer. Can you bring snacks? Puedes traer. To bring to me. But if the things are going somewhere else from the speaker, then I use llevar, to take, to bring, okay? But it's also to wear, llevo uniforme. Or to drive someone. Llevo a mi hermana al aeropuerto. I drive my sister to the airport. Llevo, okay? Such an useful verb. Don't forget it. La siguiente es mochila. Backpack. Mochila. ¿Dónde está tu mochila? Está en el salón. It is in the classroom. Okay, maybe you have been learning Spanish, and maybe you learned that salón is the living room. Well, no, not in all the countries. That's definitely a no. It's even more like regional Spanish, not even standard this time, because every country has a different word for living room. At least in Latin America, Mexico, we have the word sala. Sala. Very close to salon for living room, but sala is the living room. And the word for a classroom is salón. We could even add salón de clases to sound formal. But if you're just talking, you will hear just salón. Okay, write it down. And now you know. Ahora tú sabes. Okay, I have a few comments here. También he escuchado aula para classroom. I learned aula for classroom. Awesome. Okay, aula works. I believe aula in places like Spain is just normal Spanish. They would use it every day. However, here probably aula will be used in really formal Spanish. Okay, you can see it written. Maybe in the rules of a school you could say aula. However, daily life we would say salón. Okay. En México. Ok, la siguiente es profesor o profesora, teacher. Profesor o profesora, teacher. ¿Cómo es tu profesor? What is your teacher like? Okay. ¿Cómo es tu mamá? What is your mom like? ¿Cómo es tu hermano? What is your brother like? Remember very well this question, because sometimes I have a few students who don't remember how to ask, what is your friend like? What is your father like? No? We just need cómo es. Okay? As if you would be asking, how is your teacher? However, if you ask, how is your teacher, it's more like, oh, he's doing well. He's fine. No, she's fine. However, in Spanish, we would rather use como to ask the personality of someone. No? For example, we have here the answer. Es simpático. He's nice. He's friendly. Él es simpático. It's nice. Okay. Siguiente. Amigo nuevo or amiga nueva. I hope this is not covering anymore. Okay, there you go. Now you don't have that problem, profesor, profesora, teacher, right? And amigo nuevo, amiga nueva, new friend. ¿Tienes amigos nuevos? Do you have new friends? ¿Tienes amigos nuevos? Sí, tengo un amigo nuevo. Yes, I have a new friend. Sí, tengo un amigo nuevo. I have a new friend. Ok. Muy bien. There you go. Ahí está. Y I have a last phrase, a couple of phrases. We have me esforzaré. I will do my best. But. You want to sound relaxed, more slang, like you want to sound like a native, you will do le echaré ganas. It is a longer phrase, but it is very natural. Le echaré ganas. I will do my best. I will do my best. Awesome. ¿Vas a estudiar mucho este año? Are you going to study a lot this year? ¿Vas a estudiar mucho este año? And then someone will say, sí, le echaré ganas. Yeah, I will do my best. Sí, le echaré ganas. Le voy a echar ganas, claro. Yeah, I will do my best. Le echaré ganas. Like, it even makes me feel happy. Muy bien. Okay, so a last reminder that you can get our free PDF or free PDFs, many, in the link in the description of both YouTube and Facebook. If you want to get it now, you just need to go to SpanishPod101.com/learn-with-PDF and you will be able to have all of this. Remember, you need to be a member before. So you just need to write your email, then confirm it for free, and you will be able to have them all. Okay? Muy bien. So let's go to our last question. Okay. And let's go to the quiz. Yay! Okay, and the question is, I thought it cuts, but no, it's not cutting. Okay, I'm sorry. ¿Puedes hacer una oración con este vocabulario? Can you make a sentence with this vocabulary? Le echaré ganas. Salón de clases, maybe. Entro a la escuela. I don't know. You have many options there. Ahí tengo algunas. Okay, Debbie saying something. Debbie is saying, I think maybe my Argentinian friend said simpático would be used for all people. Does this make sense? Okay. Maybe it makes sense in the place where she is from. We need to know her age. We need to know where she's from. In this case, we know she's from Argentina. With what place? And on the other hand, has she been living abroad for a long time? On the other hand, in Mexico, simpático sounds really fresh. Here, so in Mexico, no problem. Argentina, in Argentina, maybe. Who knows? But, well, anyways, good graphics, I recognize you. Thank you very much to Debbie. Ok. Ahí dice, alguien dice, Isabel, estoy echándole ganas. I'm doing my best this semester. Estoy echándole ganas este semestre, pero estoy bien ocupada. Estoy bien ocupada. Remember that? Bien is another way to sound natural, but to mean so. I'm so busy. Estoy bien ocupada. Okay? Muy bien, y muchas gracias a Isabel. Is there someone else who would like to give me the answer to this? Would be awesome to read you all. Pero, okay. If you're here in... ¡Ay! Que ahí está Marshall. Marshall, muchas gracias ahí en Facebook. Dice Julia, también tenía uniforme en escuela primaria en la Unión Soviética. Oh, wow. During the Soviet Union, that's cool. Qué chido. Debbie, it takes a long time to type the answer. Well, but you typed this phrase. You could type the answer, but okay. I will read you. I hope you give me your answer. However, let me tell you what's going on next week. Because next week, I will tell you how to express your feelings in Spanish. How to express your feelings in Spanish. Really good topic. If you're writing everything we've been doing so far, probably now you're able to have a small talk. Yes. And I will be very proud to know that I helped. Que yo ayudé en español. Ok. Julia, no estás vieja. I was born when the Soviet Union disappeared. No? I was born that year. Really cool. Really cool. Ok. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Muchas gracias a Isabel, a Debbie y a Julia que estuvieron aquí. También gracias a Mati, que por ahí estaba. Who was there? Pero muchas gracias a todos. Thank you very much to all of you who are watching this live stream. And very soon I have an important announcement to you all. Very important. So keep watching this live stream if you want to find out what it is. Nos vemos la siguiente. Muchísimas gracias. Yo soy Efraín y hasta luego. Hasta pronto. Chao, chao. Thank you.